All right, welcome to Sunday morning's meditation. Thanks so much for coming, and thanks for people who are viewing online. Welcome. Um, so let's take a moment to remember our motivation for being here today and to create a compassionate intention that whatever virtue we create or whatever merit we create by being here today, that we can dedicate that to the benefit of all beings and to ourselves as well too. So let's just take a moment to do that now. And I also want to dedicate our prayers to some of our community that is struggling with COVID right now. So that's why we are masked here, just so we can stop the spread. So we'll start with the opening prayers here. There'll be the 7-line prayer, and then we do that 3 times. So I'm going to put that up on the screen. Okay. Orgen yugi nucham sam bemage sarombola yasan chogi no drumne bemajung ne shesudra Gordukandro mampokor keki jesu dag drupki jinjilop shir sheksu sol Guru Pema Siddhihum Organ Yogi Nucham Sam Pema Ge Sardompola Yasan Chogi No Drumne Pema Jungne Shesudra Kordu Kandro Mampokor Keki Jesu Dag Drupki Jinjilop Shir Sheksu Sol Guru Pema Siddhihum Organ Yogi Nucham Sam Pema Ge Sardombola Yasan Chogi No Drumne Pema Jungne Shesudra Kordu Kandro Mampokor Keki Jesu Dag Drupki Jinjilop Shir Sheksu Sol Guru Pema Siddhihum. There we go. So again, we always start with proper motivation because that determines the direction of our actions. So before we do anything like sitting down for meditation or to do a Dharma practice or listen to a teaching, we always want to establish our motivation and intention for being there. So it really creates helps create the outcome of our practice. So much like if you're here yesterday, the meditation that we're doing is shamatha meditation as taught by Jetsama in her book, Stabilizing the Mind. And we hear so much about meditation these days. It seems to be kind of like a trendy thing everywhere in the wellness community, in the, health community, in schools and offices. But what's the point? What's the actual point of meditation? And meditation helps our mind become calm and relaxed and yet wakeful and alert. And the whole point is to create more spaciousness in our mind. I don't know about you, but I could definitely use that with our modern lives that are demanding so much from us, just like so many ways that we can become distracted, so many ways where we can be out of touch and not really present in the present moment. And so when we can infuse meditation into our life, when we can really check in with ourselves, check in with our breath, it changes everything. Meditation can change everything. It can change how we balance our emotions, how we interact with people in our lives, how we communicate, how we, choose to pause before our action. So it creates that space between action and reaction. And it's really the first step in developing bodhicitta. So that word means it's like the compassionate wish to free all beings from suffering. So then we are operating from a place of a spacious mind. And we think about all the things we do for our health. Maybe we like work out, maybe we eat good foods to stay healthy, take certain medicines, but what are we doing for our mind? And so this is an opportunity to really rest the mind. And oftentimes we don't even realize how busy our mind is until we sit with it, until we're quiet. Um, it's often, not until then do we realize how many thoughts we have all the time. So we're going to take, you're already in a comfortable seat on the ground. And if you're in a chair, you can do that as well. The main point is to really keep our spine straight. So think of all the activities we're doing throughout the day that maybe we're hunched over on our computer or phone. So this is an opportunity to really have our spine be straight, our shoulders back, our elbows back. And you can either have your, if you're sitting in a chair or something, your hands on your thighs like this, or, traditionally we do a right hand over the left and just resting in your lap like that. And then we're just going to breathe totally naturally. You can come on in. Come on in.
Okay.
Hi. Yeah, come on. Hi.
Beautiful.
Hi. Yeah, welcome. Beautiful.
You guys want some masks? There are a couple.
Yeah, we was just like,
I'll get you.
Yeah. We just had there was
Some people in here left.
have COVID, so yeah.
Not in this room, but
Yeah, not in this room, don't worry. So again, we're having a straight spine. Our hands are in our lap, right over left, shoulders back, elbows back, and just breathing totally naturally. So we're not counting our breath. We're not overly thinking inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We're just breathing totally naturally and trying to be as relaxed as possible. And our attention is on the breath, but it's a very thin attention. So again, we're not thinking, okay, now I'm breathing. Okay, I need to focus on the breath, go back to the breath. We're not telling ourselves that. We're just putting a very light attention. So if our attention needs to go somewhere other than maybe our racing thoughts, our attention is on the breath. So we're just ever so slightly, putting a light attention on the breath, like our attention is a feather gently riding the surface of our breath. So again, just breathing, and our eyes are actually going to stay open so that we can be here where we are in this room now. But we're going to have our gaze kind of directed towards the floor, almost like a line from the bridge of our nose extending out to the floor, and picking a point on that line to rest our gaze. Again, breathing naturally, and also putting the tip of our tongue on the back of our front teeth. This actually also helps the mind. And so our mouth is just very slightly open. Again, everything is relaxed and not forced or rigid. And if thoughts do arise, just try to let them go. So our meditation is not lost by having thoughts. It's not like, oh no, it's so bad, I can't do it. Just don't go down the road with our thoughts. So that's what makes the difference. If we go down the road or we judge them or we inspect them, oh, is this good or bad? Oh, I'm doing so well. Oh, I'm doing so bad today. So it's not about perfection. It's really about just consistently returning to the breath when we do have a thought. If the thoughts get really wild, if there's many thoughts, we can imagine picking up the thoughts, tossing away, or cutting the thoughts, tossing it out. If those visual aids help you, then definitely use them. So we are just going to do a few sessions, and we'll start with a shorter time together. We'll start with 5 minutes. If you're new to meditation, you can start, with 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, and then build our concentration. So it's not useful to just dive into a 45-minute meditation when you're brand new, because your mind can be all over the place. So we really try to, like, how can we create spaciousness for, again, 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, and gradually grow that practice. It's more about consistency than trying to be a meditation athlete or something. Okay, let's pull out my little gong timer here. Do 5 minutes. Starting now. distract or grab some water. You can also notice sometimes that it's maybe not thoughts that are distracting us. It could be also body sensation. So sometimes that happens with me where I'm all of a sudden fixated on something that's bothering me in my body as I'm sitting, whether it's like, I tend to get really like dry eyes in the morning or like a dry throat. And so all of a sudden I'm distracted with that, and that becomes the distraction. So even just allowing our body sensations, even allowing us to return to the breath again and again and not overly fixate on, just like, oh, I'm blinking a lot or I'm, need to clear my throat. So, our allowing our body to get deeper and deeper into that relaxed kind of spacious state of being. So, bye. So we'll do a little longer. I think yesterday you guys did maybe 2 sessions, so we'll do 3. We'll do 10 minutes together now. And again, each time we sit down for meditation, it might be totally different. So you might feel very distracted in one time and, very clear another time. But, again, it's just about showing up again and again and infusing meditation, these moments of meditation throughout our day and our lives. So it doesn't always have to look formal like this. We can choose to like tap into our breath at any time. All throughout our day, whether we're standing in line, whether we're waiting in our car, or just have a moment or a minute to check in. And we can also, on your own time too, you can choose different points of concentration. So it could be a candle that you're focusing on, or a statue, or a stone, or a flower. If you're out in nature, maybe it's a tree. So you can pick different things to be your focal point of your meditation. But today we're, doing the breath. So having the breath be our focus. So we'll do 10 minutes together now. Starting now. It's okay.
But I had everything turned on.
It happens. So we'll do one more session, and then we'll do our closing prayers on the back of the sheet. We also have many resources on our YouTube channel. We have a meditation playlist with different types of meditation on there, different, techniques and teachings about meditation. So that's always there too, as something you can watch and play along with at home throughout the week. Okay, so let's check the time here. So let's do another 5-minute session, and then we'll finish up together. So again, just to reestablish that straight spine, but also relaxed spine, not too rigid. Our hands are in our lap, right over left. And just breathing naturally with a tongue at the back of our teeth. So the mouth is just very slightly open. And we're staring out at towards the direction of the floor, like a line from the bridge of our nose, resting our gaze on that line, a point on that line. Also, if you find that, when you're meditating, you're very sleepy or just dozing off a little bit, you can always raise your gaze a little bit, because that lets more light into your eyes, and that actually keeps you more alert. And, if you're finding that you're very distracted or your mind is racing, you can actually lower your gaze a little bit to let less light in your eye. So that keeps the mind more still. So we'll do 5 minutes. finish off the practice, we always do dedication prayers at the end of any Buddhist practice or meditation or teaching, just to, seal in the benefit that we've accumulated by doing this together. So I can do those now. Put them up on the screen. Okay. Throughout my many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue I've accomplished, including the merit generated by this practice and all that I'll ever attain, this I offer for the welfare of sentient beings. May sickness, war, famine, and suffering be decreased for every being, while their wisdom and compassion increase in this and every future life. May clearly perceive all experiences to be as insubstantial as the dream fabric of the night, and instantly awaken to perceive the pure wisdom display in the arising of every phenomenon. May I quickly attain enlightenment in order to work ceaselessly for the liberation of all sentient beings. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas altogether, whatever kind of motivation you have, whatever kind of beneficial action, whatever kind of wishing prayers, whatever kind of omniscience, whatever kind of life accomplishment, whatever kind of benevolent power, and whatever kind of immense wisdom you have, similarly I, who have come in the same way to benefit beings, pray to attain these qualities. By this effort, may all sentient beings be free of suffering. May their minds be filled with the nectar of virtue. In this way, may all causes resulting in suffering be extinguished, and only the light of compassion shine throughout all realms. So thank you all. Let me go back here. Thank you all for joining us today, and thank you for joining us online. And again, we do this every Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And again, you can check out all of our resources on our YouTube page. So if you want to do some more meditation throughout the week. And if you're here in person, or if you're watching and you also live in Maryland, we have the drum circle at 11:30 at the Guru Rinpoche statue across the street. So that's the next thing that's up for the day. Okay, thank you so much.